Hey, my beautiful people, it's me. Oh, no, keep that for you, hon. He just brought me back my drink. Anyway, it is Wednesday, March 3rd, my birthday. I just was with Greggy, hi Wolfie, and his beautiful doggy Marky. He took me out to lunch. This fabulous Spaniard tapas place, Casa Somebody. Anyway, so I am at Stonewall Bar. You know, I just did my YouTube video, which you guys will see this Friday, March 5th, and it was my birthday video, and I realized I've been, like, since this pandemic, I've not been anywhere. Like indoors, and like now that like indoor shit is happening, so I'm at Stonewall. At first I walked down to Ties, they're completely closed down, so I'm in Stonewall, and there's like different, I don't know if you can see, but there's like plexiglass, so they have everyone sectioned off, and like you have to get food, so I got a bag of like salsa and chips for $5. Stonewall opens every day at 2 p.m. They're open till 11 p.m. It was 10 p.m. but now the restaurants are open till 11. They too are open till 11, and they have to justify it by serving the food. So they have a minimum menu. I said, what's the cheapest shit on the menu? Give it to me to go. Excuse me, Frank, I just had this amazing meal. I'm like, I ain't trying to eat. I just want to have a drink. And I kind of feel like I'm doing something that's a bit normal. You know, so this is like, I have my birthday celebration with you guys. I think I'm going to make this a bonus video, and I'm going to splice it all together. So I took a picture of Ties closed down. So I'm telling you guys now, the shit ain't open. I'm at Stonewall, but like here, look. And you could see that there's like all of these sectioned off things. So I'm in my own little cubicle, plexiglass. Someone has to order you the drink, and you have to like stay at your section. You can't like walk over to anyone else's table. If you use the bathroom, you have to keep your mask on. So I'm gonna have a drink here. Look, they even put it like in a plastic to-go cup. So I got that, and I got a bag of salsa with chips. The total was $13 for those of you who wanted to know the price. So I'm gonna have this, and I'm gonna probably run across the street to the Monster, and then that's pretty much it. I think I think the old Boots and Saddle might be open as well, but pretty much they're all holding the same formula. They have outdoor seating, but whether you sit outdoors or whether you sit indoors, you have to order something from the menu. That's the stipulation. So that makes sense, because I was like, I know that like restaurants serve food and alcohol, so I didn't know what bars were doing. And as I said, you know, the last time I was in a bar was a year ago for my birthday. Saturday, it was leap year, February 29th, my annual birthday bash. And of course, my annual birthday bash this year is not happening, because that's happening with you guys on my YouTube channel on Friday, March 5th, 10 a.m. And I think I'm going to post this one as a bonus one, like the next day or something. Or maybe I'll even do it now. I don't know. Honey, I'm just winging this, but I thought I want to come here. I need to like get dressed up and come to the West Village. I mean, I've not been down to the West Village all year. I think I came down twice to like lay out at the piers. Otherwise, that's been it. So anywho, that's the scoop. Thank you for being here. I'm going to say goodbye, and then I'm going to repeat this at the Monster. Maybe I'll see what's open and like go into every bar, have a drink, and give my little 2 cents, splice it all together, and that will be my birthday, because today actually is my birthday. I'm 56 years old, bitch. Girl, time flies when you're having vodka, in particular, vodka with seltzer water and a splash of cranberry. Hold the cream! Girl, yeah, I wish, honey, there ain't no cream to have up in this place. There's 2 bitches over there, and one bitch behind me. He looks kind of cute. Let's see, do we think he's cute? Should I maybe try to say hi to him? Girl, I'm a mess. I love you bitches. Bye. Hey guys, so now I am at the Monster, and I was at Stonewall before, so now I'm splicing this in. So the Monster is interesting. When I got to the front door, it's the same shit where like they have everyone separated. Now here you can sit outside. Excuse me, I wanted to sit inside. If you sit inside, there's a QR code that you have to scan where they do like track and trace. And that makes sense, because like God forbid if like someone suddenly reports that they was like tested positive, excuse me, while you were here, then they could contact you. I like name, address, phone number, all that shit. I got here at 4:45. The other thing they did was you're only allowed here for 90 minutes. So they put this little sign, 4:45 to 6:15. So they're like, bitch, by 6:15, your 90 minutes are up. Get the fuck out. Fuck you. I didn't even want to be here 5 minutes. But I'm kidding. You know, the monster was, this is the first gay bar that I went to. A good old Sasha used to work here back then. May he rest in peace. Sasha was incredible. And like, back then in 1983 when I was 18, I looked like a mere fetus. I didn't have ID. Actually, let me go back. I had a fake ID when I was like 16 and he let me in, even though he knew the shit was fake. But then, like, I knew, let me not like test the waters. So then I waited till I was officially 18 and then started coming back. And then he already knew what was up, so never asked me for ID. But he passed away like decades later. Anyway, so I'm here. You have to get food here as well. I was like, what's the cheapest shit? So it was a hot dog for $2. I took it. I threw it in my bag with my salsa and chips from Stonewall, which was also, that was $3. And I got my favorite drink from here, which is a frozen margarita, also in a to-go cup. Now here they're like 2 drink minimum and you have to get food. That's fine. Bitch, I could drink 2 of these, although you drink 1 and you're kind of fucked up. And I'm like, I had drank a bottle of rosé with, look, this bitch just came over and looked to make sure I was okay. And I lifted up this thing. He was checking to make sure I wasn't past my prime. Bitch, I'm 56. I've been past my prime for about 55 years. So, but just saying. But I noticed also that like the guys that work here, like the waiter and like the one that just like looked over at here, young shady bitches that I was like, girl, respect your elders. They're like 20 something and I'm like, you ain't nobody. So anyway, but the whole thing is a little surreal. It's interesting. I'm glad though that it's like it's my birthday and I decided to like actually venture out, because like I said with the Stonewall thing, I've not been out. And I needed to sort of go out there and see for myself what is it that's going on. Now, honestly, all of this is anticlimactic because, like, here it said that they allowed, like, only 42 people in here. So even when I came in, because, like, they expect this to be more like groups of, like, 2, 3, or 4, when I told them it was just me, just one person, he was like, oh, let me see, you know, we got to see if we can accommodate one person. And I said, bitch, first of all, ain't nobody up in here and I can't talk to anyone anyway, so relax. You're saying 2 drink minimum, I'm going to do you a favor and have 1. Although, I kind of want to have a second margarita. But, it's, you know, it's okay. It's what it is. It's part of the times that we're living in. And I'm a better person for having ventured out and trying this all and seeing what's up with it all. And honestly, like, I really wanted to do this for another video because I found myself, like, especially, I guess, because it's my birthday today, and I'm so used to throwing parties at bars, and I was like, I don't think that I can. Then that's what prompted me to think, well, what is the deal with bars? Like, what can you do? What can't you do? And, like, I asked a couple of people, like, everyone gave me all these different answers, and I said, you know what? Y'all bitches don't know shit, because unless you actually been at a bar and know what's going on, you don't have a clear answer. And I've always learned in life, if you want a clear answer, and you want to find shit out, investigate yourself. So that's why I'm here. Anyway, I'm going to finish this and then I'm going to go probably to Pieces and or maybe the Monster, although I believe that any bar I go to, it's going to be the same formula that was at Stonewall, that was here, where, you know, limited time, same shit, you can't talk to no one, you got to stay in your corner. Like, if right now, if you notice, I'm not wearing a mask, and if you're in your spot, you technically don't have to. I'm wearing it anyway. I'm not wearing it right now because I forgot my speakers to plug in, so I thought, let me not have that so that you guys can hear me clearly. I apologize. I think in Stonewall, the music was so loud that probably the sound quality was not as clear, and in hindsight, I should have thought, shit, if I'm going to do a video, I should have my earbuds that plug directly in so that, I mean, my clip mic, I should say. But I didn't think of that. You know what? I'm not perfect. It's my birthday. I slept in. Girl, I'm glad that I'm here. And I'm glad that you guys are here with me. So, okay. Hopefully 1 or 2 more bars in a minute. I might be like, you know what? I said all I got to say. So in case this is the last part of this video, I love you. Thank you for indulging me. If you are going out there, then I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. Maybe you live in a different state. Maybe you live in Texas or Mississippi where those stupid bitches think everything is fine. Don't even get me started on that. I ain't gonna talk about politics or fucking bitches coming up with their own shit and ignoring mandates. I'm not gonna go there. At least not this video. Alright. Love you. Bye. Hey my beautiful peeps. It's me again. So, that was the footage from, let's recap. The first bar I went to was Stonewall. And speaking of Stonewall, check out the original Stonewall, which, that's me, I'm the blonde, which came out in 1994. That's why I was like, let me put the poster here. That was the movie poster all over Australia. So Stonewall was great. I gave you my review on that. Then I also went to The Monster. And then last but not least, I did also go to Pieces. I filmed there as well, but the problem was it was really dark. And because I didn't have my clip mic, the sound quality was bad. So I was like, there's no way that I could put that there. So I thought, let me give you my little 2 cents on Pieces here in my apartment. So, very similar to The Monster in that there was a QR code that I had to scan. They didn't give you a time limit, but it was the same thing where you had to order a drink and food. So again, I was like, girl, it's dark. What's the cheap? Just give me whatever the cheapest shit is because I'm not going to eat it anyway. And then the guy was like, you want a double or a single? A single or double? And I was like, you know what? It's my birthday. Fuck it. Make it a double. So, I mean, it was a pretty sizable cup. It was big, and I had been drinking vodka soda with a splash of cranberry. And so at a whopping $24 later for this big drink. Now, that drink was strong. Like, the other two were okay. But remember, you know, I had had a bottle of wine with my Wolfie. Hey, Wolfie, who took me out for lunch. And but I was there. It was fun. It was nice. It wasn't... there weren't a lot of people, but again, they were like groups of like 3 or 4. And of course, like when you see a group together, none of them are wearing masks. So it's interesting because it makes me question, all right, so I understand that like we're not allowed to walk to other tables and like talk to other people because of the pandemic. But then if someone shows up in a group with 3 of their friends, they don't all live in the same household, I'm assuming. So I would have to think that the friends are being responsible and they know each other's history. Maybe they've all been tested or, you know, partially vaccinated or fully vaccinated. Who knows? All I know is that I guess the moral of all of this, like what I took out of my entire experience, apart from the fact that I was happy that it was my actual birthday and I did something different that I hadn't done in over a year. Bottom line is, if you're a single kind of boy like me, who part of the enjoyment for me of going out to bars is to socialize with people, if that's what you're after, don't, because that's not really allowed. So if you enjoy going out and having a drink alone, just to like be in a bar and be in that environment and to like enjoy the music, great. But I'm not a drinker these days anyway. So for me, I was like, well, suddenly now I'm forced to have a drink, which ordinarily I wouldn't. So unless you're going to go out with a group of people, you know, and socialize that way, that I get. But like for me personally, like, will I do it again? Probably not. I mean, I'm glad that I did it. I'm a better person for firsthand experiencing it because, as I said in one of the other snippets, I had asked people and no one could give me a very clear answer. So I needed to find this out for myself. So that's the moral of the story. If you're going to go out alone, realize that you're going to be there alone. And if you're cool with that and want to enjoy that just for the sake of being out and having a drink, great, more power to you. And not that I maybe won't do it again, but it ain't going to be anytime soon. And, you know, at this point, I already had my first dose of the COVID vaccination. I have my second one March 28th. So in a few weeks, I got the Moderna one. So I kind of figure I'm going to wait anyway. And, you know, hopefully things will lighten up and, you know, there won't be such strict rules. But again, if you're going to go out with friends and you want to get together with a few people and do it that way, more power to you. So anywho, that's the scoop with all of that. I'm so glad you guys are with me. I decided instead of this being a bonus video, this will go, I will air this Friday, March 12th, I guess it would be 10 a.m. is when you'd be watching this. And it will be my review on like West Village gay bars. Oh, and one final thing I wanted to add. I had been thinking also that I would maybe go to the Eagle. So when I was at Pieces, I thought, let me like look them up and see what's up. Now, according to the Eagle's website, they're only open on Sunday from, I think it was like 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. and closed the other 6 days of the week. And which I'm like, okay, well, that makes sense to a certain degree because I know on Sunday when they would normally have the beer bus, I know they used to sell like burgers and whatnot. So that would be food, because I know technically a bar has to serve some kind of food, even if it's just a minimal menu where like, you know, salsa and chips, or like I got the hot dog or any crappy thing like that that you don't care about, that, you know, you could just order it and throw it out for God's sakes. They have to have some kind of menu. So I ended up not going to the Eagle. So to recap, Ties was closed. I did Stonewall, Monster, and Pieces. And I didn't want to, didn't go to the Eagle because it was Wednesday and I couldn't. So, and I did all of that from like 4 p.m. to 6:45. And then that night I came home and one of my dearest friends, who's my next door neighbor, she was like, let me get you dinner. So we ordered food. She's so sweet. And she even got me this like flourless chocolate cake because she knows that I'm like, girl, I don't be doing cake. Shepherd's Code. And it was yummy. So I did have an enjoyable birthday. So, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. That's my review. Hopefully, you know, if you guys go out and decide to go out, have fun. I did. Even though I was alone, it was just wonderful to be out there. And I may or may not do it again. Who can say? Love you. Bye.